Have you ever brought home a plant only for it to meet an untimely, tragic end? Did you water it too much, maybe too little, or whisper the wrong compliments? Plants don't just need you. Your space needs them. They bring life, color, and a whole new vibe to any room. But keeping them alive, well, that can be tricky. Listen, we've all been there, but plant care doesn't have to be a guessing game. Today, I'm breaking down easy, beginner-friendly tips to help you keep your plants happy, healthy, and thriving, all while making your space look amazing. Let's get started. Hi friends, I'm Allie Tay. It is 68 degrees here in sunny Colorado. It is the middle of February, so those two things don't add up, but I'm not questioning it. I got bangs, and they're cooperating. They're doing what they should be doing. I'm feeling cute. Dare I say sexy? I think Colorado is feeling a little sexy. I hope you're feeling sexy, okay? So today's video is plant care for sexy people. Let's get into it. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. You want a pot about 1 to 2 inches bigger than the root ball. You want your plants to live in an apartment, not a mansion, okay? I probably could go a bit bigger for this size root ball, but I like this little pink guy. It's real cute. Cute! Thinking maybe this pothos and this tall skinny guy, since this is the root ball that I have been growing in water. That fits just about perfectly in this tall guy, so we're just gonna send it in there. See, this isn't an exact science. I'm sure to someone it is, but not for me. All right, number 2 is done. Oh, that's cute. Oh my god. This guy's got some nice roots. Nice roots on him. I was growing him in my broken bomb so that the broken bomb had a purpose in life. But what if I put all of these in together? Would that be cute? I was growing them as separate cuttings, but I think they would all fit together. They didn't want to be in that pot anyway, right? We fell over 3 fucking times, so I think that's great. She's a little more full, a little more luscious. It's a little breezy out here, so if my bangs are flying everywhere, just please forgive me. I'm not used to them yet, okay? In all honesty, watering is going to be the biggest component to a plant passing away, especially if it comes from the nursery in decent condition, in a decent pot. Over or under watering it is going to play a pretty crucial role in your plant's survival, and it's important to know what kind of waterer you are. Almost all of those plants on the shelf that had passed away were plants that really liked to be wet all the time, and those plants just aren't for me. I tried that, and now I know. We can take yucky leaves off. We don't need them. This is a cutting from one of the plants that passed away as well. I had it for a while and I was able to keep it alive, but sometimes you just go through bouts where you don't water your plants, and the ones that like to be wet, they die. There will be casualties, but look how cute that is. You can't tell me that's not cute. I like to work with what I have. I've preached that on this channel before, so you know what? I'm gonna get a knife and I'm gonna cut this thing. Ready, go. All right, and then I think this one is gonna be happy in here. I just don't think it needs to be that tall, so I'm gonna get a little swifty. And then I'll probably put this in a cover pot so that it's less ugly, you know? This cutting is actually from my good friend Kaylin, she gave me this beautiful little guy, and I've been growing him in water for months. If there is one thing you take away from this video, it is that ZZs are easy. A ZZ plant was actually the very first plant I ever purchased, and actually the most recent plant that has come into my life. My mom gifted this one to me right before the closet makeover, which if you saw that video, this guy was in the final reveal shots. I put it in the closet because it can tolerate low light. And in a closet with only one itty bitty window, this guy is going to be great. So we are going to repot it because it definitely needs some help. And I decided to move this operation inside for this portion because it is pretty windy out there now, and it's also getting pretty chilly now that it's the later afternoon. So let's get right into it. This is the pot that my mom gave it to me in. As long as I have seen this plant at her house, it has been in this pot, and this guy is huge. She was actually just cutting stems off because it kept getting too big, and my poor mom, I don't think she knows that that's really not how plants work. So I'm going to very gently loosen up some of this soil. Obviously this guy is huge and this pot is not that big. That's one reason I know that this needs a repot. There we go. Come on, baby. We're getting there. We're getting there. I should roll up my sleeves. There we go. Wow. Yeah, and this pot only has one little tiny drainage hole that feeds into this lip down here. So this plant really needed my help. Oh my gosh. Can you see how many roots there are on this plant? This plant is pretty much 90% roots at this point, which is craziness. I'm gonna break off some of these stems. ZZ plants do love to grow. If you care for them properly and don't let them sit in water, you let them dry out in between your waterings, they will grow. They give you so much love. We're gonna do this ZZ plant some justice, I swear. If I had a chopstick, this would be way easier, but I looked and I don't have one. So I'm just using my nails to kind of break up some of this soil in here. And if you break some roots during this part, it's going to be fine. A plant like this obviously has enough roots to spare. So I'm being as gentle as I can. Gotta get up in there. There are definitely some unhealthy roots in here that I am trying to pull off. Anything that feels a little squishy, if it's not a nice sturdy root, just trying to kind of rip some of those off as I go. Obviously this plant has enough roots, so it's going to be just fine. I'm gonna make my mom watch this video so that she knows how dirty she did this plant. Oh my goodness. My mom's a criminal. All right, I have successfully loosened up the root ball. I got out probably 90% of the soil. It was struggling. Look at the size of those roots. Holy cow. And I mean, overall, the plant is still pretty healthy. I think we got to it in time and it's gonna be okay. I brought in this pot thinking that maybe this one would be big enough, but after seeing these roots, ain't no way, I'm going to use this pot to mix up my soil mix. For a good soil mix, you don't really want to go in with just plain potting soil. You want to add in, if nothing else, at least some orchid bark, probably some perlite too, but because I just have orchid bark, that's what we're going to use. So I'm going to do about 50-50. that I'm putting it in has 2, 4, 5 smaller drainage holes, and this tray on the bottom does come off. When I water any of my plants, I water them very thoroughly. A lot of them I do over the sink or in a little tray. If the pot you have or the pot you really like does not have a tray that comes with it that's removable, you can buy these for like 50 cents or $1 at pretty much any hardware store. And I really like these too because then I can water my plant thoroughly, let all the excess drain out, and then I can take this and dump it so that the plant is not sitting in water. You never really want your plants to be sitting in water, so that's why I have these all over my house. I like to use those. Yeah, mix it up. All right, I've got 1 or 2 inches of soil in there. I'm gonna shimmy the soil to settle it. The reason I remove these is so that they are no longer sucking any life or energy away from this plant. If they're not producing growth, we don't need to keep them. These are all of the roots that either fell off or I ripped off. A lot of these are squishy and pretty shriveled up, so those are also not necessary for the plant to live. For the amount of roots that this plant had, this is not even alarming to me. This one is a great example. It is clearly shriveled up, it's squishy, it's not strong at all. If you compare it to something like this, this is way stronger. Don't be afraid to lose some roots, especially when there's that many on a plant like that. I also just want to point out the texture of this soil here. It is either 50% or more orchid bark, which is what you want for especially a plant like a ZZ plant here. So we made sure you can't see any roots. Everything is completely covered. I feel like we covered a lot of pretty solid ground today as far as beginner-friendly plants. I just want to go over all of the plant babies that we helped today, and I'll point out some of the key things to note with them and why you should incorporate them into your home as well. Let's start with the first little guy, my baby spider plant cutting. I did start out with him in this little pink pot, but because of the limitations of the pots that I had and considering the size of his root ball, I decided to put him in this little bit bigger one because he will be able to live in here longer before needing a repot, which is beneficial for both of us, honestly. Spider plants are fantastic. They're pretty low maintenance. They can tolerate medium to low-ish light. They don't need to be watered super frequently, and they grow like crazy. They just show you so much love, and they have the coolest little leaves. I love a good spider plant. So we lost some bark. Pothos are great beginner plants because they tolerate low-ish to medium light. They're pretty tolerant of just about anything so long as you don't overwater them, which is fabulous. When they need water, they will look like this. They'll kind of curl up, they'll look droopy, they will look sad. And I think once this guy gets adjusted to his new home, gets over the shock, and is able to absorb some water, he will perk up a little bit and be happy. Just for demonstration's sake, this is a cutting from a bigger pothos I have upstairs in my bedroom, and I'm gonna try to grow him in water. I've had great success propagating pothos in water. They're incredibly easy, and this guy looks pretty happy. I think you can tell the difference of a happy pothos versus kind of a sad pothos, but overall they're very easy to care for and very easy to propagate. Plus, look how cool that skull is. I mean, it looks like he's got cool hair coming out of the top. I love this guy. Of course, I repotted my Monstera cutting. This one was actually from the dead plant shelf. In the beginning of the video, if you saw those big Monstera leaves that passed away, this guy was actually in there as well, but he survived. So that's pretty freaking cool. Monsteras are a fabulous plant as well. I don't know how beginner friendly they are. I mean, I don't think I'm an expert by any means on plant care, but I've successfully had 2 of them for over a year now, and they like higher light. They like to be a little more wet. They can still survive if you're a bit of an underwaterer like me, so I love that about them. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. They propagate pretty easily. This is my first time propagating a monstera and potting it. I am hoping for the best. I love the 2 monsteras I already have. Those are pretty big plants, and I've been keeping them alive. Even though I'm an underwaterer, those are kind of my priority, so I make sure to give those a little bit more attention. This little guy is also a survivor of the dead plant graveyard. He is a little Dracaena, I think, and I don't know how he's gonna do, but he had a decent amount of roots from growing in water. I think this is a great size pot for him to start out in, and I will keep you guys updated as to how he likes it in here. We'll see. And this plant here is the propagation from my friend Kaylin, who happens to work in our local nursery, which is amazing. She's kind of my plant go-to goddess guru, love her. And I think earlier I said this was a philodendron, but I did confirm with her, and she informed me this is a jade satin scindapsus. So that sounds pretty fancy. I hope I can keep it alive in soil. I hope it likes this home. I'm going to take extra good care of her because this was a gift from my dear friend. This little guy here is another cutting from a pothos upstairs. It's a little baby one. It was already growing some roots in the pot that it was in, so I just cut it in between the nodes like you do with all pothos to propagate them, and I put it in this little tiny beaker, and I think it's going to be very happy in there for quite a while. And then probably the highlight from this video, I'm so sad I didn't get it on camera because she walked over as I was cleaning up outside, but she asked if I wanted a cutting from one of her houseplants, and she gave me this little guy. It is also a pothos cutting, which is perfect because that's kind of the theme of the video here. And it has a little baby growing from it. It has just started to get a couple little roots in there. So I put this little sweetheart in this little water pitcher jar that I was using to propagate another plant, and I think it's going to be so happy. I'm so excited to have this. That was the sweetest thing that's ever happened to me from a neighbor ever. And then of course, we covered the ZZ plant, this big, beautiful, bodacious boy from my mom. I am so glad she gave me this plant. ZZ plants tolerate low to medium light. They like to be left alone. They don't like to be watered very often. So this is a great plant for me. I'm so excited to have this up in my closet where it can bring me joy every single day when I go in there. And I think he's gonna be happy in that environment. I'm definitely sure he's gonna be happier in this nice big pot. Lots of room for all of his beautiful roots in a lovely chunky soil mix with a lot of drainage holes in this pot as well. I think we did this guy a lot of good. I think that saving this guy's life today is enough of a redemption to prove that not all plants are for everyone, and it's really just a matter of finding which plants work for you and which plants love you just as much as you love them. If you like this video and want more of it in the future, then I have good news for you because this is only part 1 of a many-part series that I have planned for this channel. I have so many ideas for videos on plant care and styling with plants in your home, so subscribe if you want to see that. If you learned something today, then please drop me a like or a comment down below, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!